All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And the title of this lesson is going to be Humble Yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and He shall lift you up. So, what happens in this, this walk, us being hopeful men of the Lord, is that, we are humiliated all the time. We're laughed at, we're taken advantage of, took for granted, put last, things of that nature, stepped over, mocked, all these things happen to us on a daily. And what happens is sometimes, you want to basically avenge yourself. You want to show that you are somebody. You want to show that you know something. You want to show that, you aren't the things that people say you are or believe you to be you are. All right. And that oftentimes gets you in trouble, because what happens is you forget that it's always been about YAHAWASHI and not ourselves. And you forget that we're the ones that are in trouble. All right. We're supposed to bear the indignation, of the Lord, because we have sinned against Him. And we're supposed to wait until He pleads our cause. We're not supposed to be pleading our own causes. Right? Because the only way we're justified is when we are obedient to YAHAWASHI. We're not justified by our own words. We're not justified by our own ways and thoughts. Okay, we're justified in YAHAWASHI. And in this walk, we have to be afflicted. We have to be humbled. And the Most High does these things by us being down here and catching hell. The Most High is chastening us because He is refining us. And a man cannot be known in his prosperity. It can only be known in his adversity. And that's why we go through the stuff that we're going through. All right. And we just have to come into acceptance of that we really have to wait upon YAHAWASHI, and that's the only option. All right. So I'm gonna start here in James chapter 4 and start at verse 9. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and He shall lift you up. All right, going into the title of this lesson. All right, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Okay, the Most High is commanding us to be so. Why? Because being in the house of mourning is good for the heart. All right, it's good for your mind. Okay, and again, this goes into our refinement. The Most High is making us perfect, and we have to be brought low. Okay, before we're brought on high, we have to be brought low. All right, it's a balance. Okay, it's an equalizer of highs and lows. That's this walk. Okay, but mostly, us being in the house of mourning. All right, that's why we go out in the highways and byways, wear our sackcloth. Okay, we're not here to have a good time. Okay, we're here because this is our punishment, this is our captivity. All right, we're not here to have a party and enjoy ourselves. Okay, of course, there's a leisure time, so to say, for us to balance ourselves out. Okay, things we do on the side. Brothers might drink, brothers might work on cars. Brothers might play video games. Younger brothers play video games. You watch a movie. Okay, stuff of that nature. But nonetheless, we're still here in hell. All right, and the Most High reminds us of that. All right, this is not our place of rest. All right, and that's why the Most High afflicts us, because the flesh, all the flesh wants to do is be comfortable. All the flesh wants to do is, do what it wants to do. All right, the flesh doesn't want to be in adversity. The flesh wants to be in safety. All right, the flesh wants to be a somebody. The flesh wants to, do the things of the flesh. Okay, but that's why this is a spiritual walk. Okay, and this is only for a spiritual man. Because if you're a carnal, you can't abide in this walk. You're not going to be lasting here long, because you're not going to be able to hang on to the really taking on the yoke of YAHAWASHI. We're prisoners. All right. But this is a part of this walk. A lot of sufferings. All right. a lot of shortcomings, a lot of things not going your way. All right, because we are in the hands of YAHAWASHI, and He is molding us and He is shaping us. All right, and it's a process. All right, and Most High is not going to always have us being brought low. He's not going to always have us, I guess so to say, having a good day. All right, but Most High in this walk, it's specifically for you, and it's for you to come into your perfection. All right, but it requires you to be humble. You have to humble yourselves. All right, you can't be trying to exalt yourself in any type of shape or form, because that's the Most High's job. And you have to remember that we're filthy. Our righteousness is filthy rags. So who are we? We're in this filthy flesh. We have done all filthy things, and we all sin against YAHAWASHI every single day. All right, so who are we to think ourselves to be somebody? All right, because scriptures say about that. We are nobodies trying to be found as somebody. We're not trying to make ourselves somebody. All right, if you want to do that, then you would stay in the world. All right, go and chase after your dreams and ambitions, and seek after the praise of men and not after the praise of YAHAWASHI. Okay, now this thing is about being humble. All right, and in due time the Most High will exalt us. You know about the promises. You know about being joint heirs. You know about being royalty. But before that happens, it's a process, and before that happens, you have to be humbled. Okay, so moving on, this is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 12. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and haughty is basically pride. A proud look. All right, that's why it says before pride cometh before destruction. All right, thinking you're somebody, and putting the Most High to the side. All right, thinking that you're somebody. All right, when you're really a nobody. Okay, but continuing, and before honor, before honor is humility. All right, before our honor, before we're crowned and receive our glory, we have to be humiliated. And a perfect example is our Lord, YAHAWASHI. Okay, that's why it talks about bearing your cross. All right, we are walking in the footsteps of our Lord to the best of our ability, to the little piece which He has given us, being a part of the body. Okay, YAHAWASHI, He was humiliated. He was laughed at. He was scoffed. He was spit on. He was slapped around. All right, and He was the only begotten. All right, He was the firstborn, being the Son of the Most High. And look at the stuff that He had to go through. Did He in any shape or form exalt Himself when He was doing the miracles? Did He say, "Oh, look at me, look at me"? No. Okay, when He was tempted by Satan, all right, that's humiliation. All right, like it says in Philippians, the 2nd chapter, and being found in fashion as a man, He humbled Himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. That's humiliating. All right, that's extremely humiliating. Being, again, the firstborn, YAHAWASHI. The Messiah. Didn't He say, I can send 12 legions? If I'm not quoting it wrong. All right, the word of the Most High came in flesh, but He humbled Himself, having all that power that the Most High has given Him. He still remained humble. He didn't avenge Himself when them centurions was messing with Him, and had just again all the humiliation, the even our own people, delivering Him onto the devil. All right, Esau. Saying, "Let His blood be upon us and our children." The Most High didn't avenge Himself. It's like YAHAWASHI didn't avenge Himself. He bared it, and just like we have to bear these things in our walk too, right? Because this is just part of the walk, all right? And it's always about exalting the Most High. All right. So this is Sirach chapter 43 And I'm going to start at verse 29. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. All right, so I brought this up because this is the point of this whole ministry. All right, being in this truth, and coming into light and knowledge of YAHAWASHI is not for your own self. It's not for your own self. It's all about glorifying the Most High. All right, and if you're worrying about glorifying yourself, you're taking away that strength to glorify the Most High. You don't think he notices that? All right, and again, it happens. We're in the flesh. You want to be a somebody. You're tired of people picking on you. You're tired of being put forth last. You're tired of being ignored, and all that nature. You want to exalt yourself. You want to be, you want to prove everybody wrong, pretty much. But that's not our job. That's not our job, and that's out of our strength. And you can do those things, but the Most High will humble you. Then you'll really be humiliated. Okay, and you don't want that. Just take the little thing, the little burden the Most High puts upon you, and just deal with it. All right, don't make the situation worse than what it needs to be. All right, because the Most High is, the Most High wants to be exalted, and that's our whole purpose being in existence. All right, is for us to glorify the Most High. All right, it's not for ourselves. And again, in due time, we'll get all that, but it's just not our time right now. All right. So moving on, this is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. In due time. That's where the patience comes in. This is the faith and the patience of the saints. All right, patience means to suffer. It's suffering. It's torture. All right, that we have to deal with these things because we, all these false accusations and the slander. We know it's not true. So we want our cause to be pleaded, and for us to show that we're innocent. But we can't do that because that's not our job. All right, we're not going to be justified in our own ways and our own doings, because that's what's going to get us in trouble. That's going outside the boundaries that the Most High set before us. That's the Most High's job to do that. To plead our cause, to fight for us. All right. Of course, if a man come up to you and slap you around and stuff, there's different points in different situations. Okay. All right. But ultimately, the point is that the Most High will defend you. The Most High will exalt you. The Most High will, do these things if you do what you're required to do, which is be humble. And always remember that, we're nobodies. All right. Again, we're nobodies trying to be found of somebody. All right. Because we haven't finished this race yet. So we can't be, again, it's about a confidence and a faith thing. Yeah, why else would you be in this thing if you didn't believe you're a man of the Lord? But it's not official yet. Our trial is not finished yet. We haven't been crowned yet. Okay. So again, we're in training. We're still trying to be found worthy. Okay. And that's why the scriptures say the meek shall inherit the earth. All right. And this trait is gained by our experiences. That's why the Most High gives us hell. All right. Because the Most High wants to see how we're going to react. It's about the reaction. It's about how you react. All right. And you always have to remember to be humble. All right. In everything you do. All right. Because the Most High is always watching. All right. So it continues, this is verse 7, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Casting all your care upon him, for he cared for you. Exactly. When someone makes fun of you and humiliates you and does something, that's not cool to you, you call upon the Most High to take care of it. All right. When all these things come upon you, put your cares upon the Most High. That's what goes into you sighing and crying, begging the Most High to plead your cause, to avenge you. All right. To defend you. All right. That's what the Most High wants you to do. He does not delight in you taking upon your own hands. Okay? Because then you're not going to be defended. Then you're not going to be taken care of, and then your cause is not going to be pleaded. Okay? So I mean, basically that's the point. There's really no point in extending this lessons, but it's just about humbling yourselves and waiting upon the Lord, till He make the enemies our footstool. To all the Most High is getting ready to do all this for us, and all we have to do is be obedient and just suffer it. Okay. Before honor is humility. All right, we're being humiliated. All right, and again, it sucks, and that's the whole point. Okay, so when the time comes, when we are exalted and we do receive that crown, that's going to make the moment so much more sweeter. All right. But, Lord's willingness is edifying. And as always, I want to give our praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole faith of Israel. Shalom.